Okay, there's a lot going on. I know. I know. Well, family, I'm here to tell you though, it doesn't change the fact that you are made of stardust and you're a star child on the mothership hurtling across the galaxy in excess of 120,000 kilometers per hour. And it's all courtesy of the superstar that made all of this, including you. Everything. All of this. It may seem like a matrix, but it was a world created, but it was created for us, not to take advantage of us. It was actually to be to our advantage, for us to rule over. Unfortunately, we blew that. Oh, this is now. I've been listening a lot of Lionel Richie in the last couple of weeks on purpose. He's another guy that has some really great lyrics. And I want to just pause him for a minute while I go, because I've been writing these in my book, and I gotta share this. This is great, because what you see going on right now is not an accident, and it had to happen. And I'm with Dave Chappelle on this. You know, there's 70 million people that are kind of pissed off right now, and and it won't take much. It's not going to take, it doesn't take but a matchbook, one match out of a matchbook to light, 250 gallons of gasoline. It only takes one little tiny match head, one little spark, and boom. So, certain people are, the people that want to see this all burn. Remember that from the Batman movie? There's some people that just get satisfaction out of seeing, the Joker seemed to like to see the whole thing burn. That was his idea. It's like, that was the guy who got his jollies, was seeing, everything, crash and burn. The lose-lose. There are people out there that go for the lose-lose. You should go for the win-win. People are selfish. They go for the I win. You come first after me. That mentality. I win, you lose, or I win at all costs and you have to lose in order for me to win. And then you have these people that I lose. If I lose, you're definitely gonna lose. If I gotta lose, you're gonna lose too. The crabs in the barrel mentality, and that's a double negative, and that's really bad. When you got one side, both sides, listening to the little demon telling you to do the negative stuff, ooh, yeah, you're out of balance. So there's a lot of people out of balance right now, because God got kicked out of every place around here. We kicked him out a long time ago. We kicked the superstar out of school, church, work, the family. I can't, if I say the G, the J, or the C word inside this public school building, I'm subject to reprimand up to and including termination. But I say the G word when I'm saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I certainly do. And it was always in. It was always in there. You can't say it's not in there. See that this is the double. They call this double think. You've heard of double speak. This is double think. Or just talk it out. You saying one thing, or you think they're thinking one thing, but they're really thinking something else completely different. But let me tell you why that's the case. The game of life is a game of solitaire. Even though there's people out there trying to tell you what life is, you come into this world alone and you leave it alone. What you're supposed to do in the gap in between there is to connect with as many souls as you can. Okay? To spread the force among the people. Spread your purpose among the people already here and those that come after you. That's really your job. That's what you're here for. You're not here to get rich. You're not here to be upset about anything. You're not here. It was never about you. This is the thing. Is you don't have to tell somebody it's not about me. It never was about anybody of us here. It's about our future. It's about our future and us kind of proving to the superstar that created all this that we can be responsible for ourselves. And that starts within. It's like there's a very obscure Jackson 5 song called Reach In. It was a B-side for one of their 45s. Yeah, find out why you're living. Reach in. Okay. You gotta listen. Go on YouTube and listen to Reach In. Reach in into your heart. Oh, I know all the lyrics. I'm not gonna sing it. Or Michael Jackson, Reach In. I might put that in the comments. Lionel also says, on the way to the top, you're gonna realize all the glitters is not gold. He's explaining the whole affirmation process. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You know, I mean, despite the private life, you know why I believe I Can Fly was such a hit? Because it's true. What if I can see it and I can believe it, I can do it. There's nothing to it. That's the bridge of the song. I believe I can fly. You gotta believe it. You gotta believe. It's nice to have somebody there saying, go, and, you know, life coach, rah, 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 John, keep it going, keep it going. John's got to be his own coach. John's got to be his own cheerleader. I got three people to help me be a cheerleader. Me, myself, and I. That's who I got. Guaranteed. No matter what else fails, I got guaranteed those three people are on my side. Make sure they're on your side. That's what I'm saying. Make sure that you're on your. All right. Now, what is coming up? What is these next 3 years about? Because you keep hearing me saying the next 3 years. This is a transitionary period, and you're gonna hear all the transcendental, all the TM people, and all the New Age people are gonna be talking about the age of Aquarius, because the next 200 years belong to the air elements. We're in the part of the known universe that was charted as constellations belonging to the things of the air. And you go into the details. It would take me a book. I could write a book about what this is about. There's enough people out there with books about it. Go do your research on what, when we talk about astronomy and when we talk about astrology, it's science. It's not some kind of mumbo jumbo. It's based on scientific calculation. People studied the heavens and came up with this. Okay, so and the one year in the paper, that's not really a chart, because to do this right, you have to do your birth date, the place of birth, longitude and latitude, the time of birth. Okay, you need to know that information exactly. I know that it's Queens Memorial Hospital for me, and I know the date, which I'm not going to say. It's May 6th, and I know the time. It was 6:20 p.m. Why do I know that? It's on my birth certificate. So if you're going to get a real accurate chart, and if you were doing an Asian chart, you would need your date of conception. So you would need the date you came out, and you'd have to go back 9 months and however many hours it took to deliver you. They use date of conception, which is very interesting. In Asian astrology, they use animals to depict the zodiac signs, mostly animals. Like I'm a Taurus under Eastern astrology, I'm a Taurus, and under Western, I'm a rat. Don't ask me why. There's people. This is frog. They use animals you'll find in any junk, in any woods in any part of the world. That's just what they do. That's just, they gave them natural, and the characteristics of those animals, people, and they go by the year. So it's all babies born in 19. It's all people born in the range of that particular year, in that year, date, and time. Okay, so we're Eastern. We're going by it is still going by a range of months of birth. But I think they have 14 signs. It's really weird. They have a different calendar, so it's different. It's different. They have a different calendar. It's different. It's just different. It's the same, but it's different. All right. You have to face the changes you go through. There's no running. There's nowhere to hide. There's not. We've been inside, but we're really not supposed to be inside. I'm an outdoors person, so I make sure I go outside every day and get fresh air. I go on a stroll now. I take this and I go on a stroll. I'm going long because you can't really do these in 3-minute blurbs, what I'm talking about here. And I apologize in advance for that. Back to the name of the song is Climbing by Lionel Richie. And he says, climbing to the top, I'll tell you anything you want. Okay? It's like he's saying whatever you want. The superstar to create all this will give it to you. If your journey if you're on your correct life path, you'll get whatever you want to take it. That's how you'll know. You ever hear that song, if it don't fit, don't force it? I am stubborn like a mofo, but you know what? I plan. I sit down and mull stuff over. I do not make snap decisions on a regular basis. I just never have. I have to think about it. So, people say, come on, you need to make a decision right now. And I'm like, let me think about it. When I'm done thinking about it, I'll make a decision. I'll make a decision right away. But I have to look at all the angles on something. And that's what you should spend this year doing. I'm recommending that everybody, it's just a suggestion. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life. But while you get all this time on your hands, spend the next 3 years in self-improvement. We're all going to have to do this because this pandemic is a 100-year event. But we're going through a 200-year event. For 200 years, we will be in the known part of the our mothership will be in the known part of the galaxy that covers the air, elements of the air. So things that are beneficial to health and advanced knowledge and compassion and humanity are going to be very, very popular for the next 200 years. You're going to see things you're going to say, I don't think they'd ever. So that's why I said the 3 things you're going to see in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, the main 3 things you're going to see are redemption, restoration, and reparation. Those are the 3 things you're going to see for the next 3 years. For the next 200 years, in 20-year increments, each air element will be in their area, their constellation, literally in their hurtling through their constellation for 20 years. We'll be in the constellation of these different star systems. These are other stars, like our starship. These are other starships, like our starship. But for obvious reasons, they don't fly too close together. Our mothership really doesn't need to be very close to another one, not going as fast as we're going, and not all the stuff we have going on around our starship. Do you understand that the sun puts a protective energy field around all of the bodies around the entire mothership? It's protected by a shield, just like the Enterprise was. I don't think ours ever can go up or down. The Enterprise could put their shields up and put their shields down. Our shield is always up because there's always something flying through the universe that has the potential to knock us out the box, to take us out for good. And if it hasn't happened in hundreds of thousands of years, it hasn't happened, it ain't gonna happen now. So all these people don't predict that either. Because again, remember people, nobody can be you but you. That's Keith Harrington and that's Slade. Nobody can be you but you. I can't live your life. So Rihanna and T.I., live your life. Hey, live your best life. I'm telling you, this year, for definitely the next 3 years, do your best. The best you every day. That's all you can do. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be like Ja Rule and try to imitate DMX. Okay? I'm sorry for those Ja Rule fans. He went up to DMX. You can ask either one of them. I was like, man, people tell me I sound just like you. And DMX told him, do you. That's what this song, Do You, is about that he did with Funkmaster Flex. He says, don't try. You, instead of doing me, you should be doing you. That's a great song. Do You by DMX. It's on the Funkmaster Flex mixtape volume blah 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 blah. Okay? Funkmaster Flex. Do You. Funkmaster Flex at DMX. It's song's called Do You. Do you for the next 3 years. Self-improvement. What I have everything I need. I just got the pen of my dreams. I don't need this. I have all the utensils to draw and write I need. These are watercolors, and my fine line Sharpies are over there. I've got protractors because I'm gonna be doing all kinds of drawing. I'm already back doing sketching. I'm practicing my mechanical drawing. I'm co-teaching an art class, so we're doing now watercolor trees. So over the weekend I'm gonna be picking some trees out, or taking a picture. I like doing that. My father does that. Take a picture, and you don't have to keep going back to the spot where you were. Your mind will give you fill in the blanks, but the picture will give you your focus. So that's why I take a lot of pictures, just to say, what was my perspective when I was looking at this, just so I can remember it. It's not necessarily to draw it later on. It's gonna refresh something in my mind, that vision. So, and write down your thoughts. By the time you're done, you'll have enough for a book. I got enough for like 3 books. I got enough journals done now that I could do 3 books easy. And I know which topics they would be because I go back and through and look and say, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and that. Right now, it's the third and fourth topic are fighting for the 3rd place. But I got 1 and 2 are definite. I have 1 and 2 ready to go. My own personal writing. Okay, but I've got some other self-improvement stuff to do that requires my focus and attention, and then I can get back to the writing, personal writing. I will. I'll leave you with one more. All right, because a lot of this is my DJ notes. So, all right, just give me one moment, because this is why you write it down, because your personal computer may be processing 25 other things. All right. There's a song by Tribe Called Quest, and it's called Don't Be a Fool. And it's a remix of one of my favorite Roy Ayers songs. So if you want to know a really good, actually it's called I think it's a definition of a fool. Definition of a fool. So what I'm doing now is when people start saying in their divisive rant, oh, this situation is this, or this situation is that, I pull out the dictionary, or my phone, more precisely, although I do have a dictionary. I have a couple of dictionaries here in my library. It always helps to have a hard copy or anything around, just in case the internet is down or your phone goes kablooey. Books are very analog, and I like that. I don't have to worry about charging batteries, and I can write in it, and I can stuff additional notes in here. I can have pieces of paper sticking all out of this, and it's okay because it's mine. So is the hard copy book. I don't need to show you that. Anyway, so the latest thing was, I didn't even have to do the definition of a fool. Q-Tip did it for me, because I had a student of mine. She's really a student. She doesn't know that, but I'm mentoring her, and she said something, and I just said to her, I said, "Do you understand what the definition of a fool is?" And I sent her the song. I said, "Look up the definition of being a fool, and then listen to this song," because Q-Tip gives 3 examples of what is the definition of a fool. and I think it's very powerful. I think I might include the lyrics in the description of this video. But basically, this video is just I'm putting out there to the people out there that to reach in. Go in. Now's the time to look in the mirror and see what that person needs. Instead of because whenever you're pointing fingers and looking, oh, if that were black people out there, they'd be doing this, or if he'd only done this, if Georgia had only done this, he would have still won. The decision was made by the people. The popular and the electoral vote was for the proper persons, and it was duly elected, and without tampering. There was no evidence of any tampering, and our top security, national security agencies have already certified this election. So what is this? What is all this crap that's going on? It is just people. If people just think, if you've been lied to, if the wool had been pulled over your eyes, and all of a sudden it's like having a hood on, and all of a sudden, and it's really dark, you're not really sure what's going on, and all of a sudden somebody pulls off the hood, and you have to like look around, and you're like you're adjusting, your eyes are adjusting to the light, and you're wondering where you are and what you're doing and how'd you get there. That's what's going on. So understand that federal troops would never attack American citizens on U.S. soil, but if they had gone into the chambers of the Congress where they were taking sanctuary, if they had gone in there and made advances towards the members of the House and members of the Senate, they would have been shot dead on the spot. Make no mistake about that. If they had sought to harm, it's their house. Do you understand? It's our house. That house belongs to us. It doesn't belong to who's president. So they were upset. The windows broke. They're gonna have to pay for it. They're on camera. They're all on camera. They're all gonna get nice little bills in the mail for the destruction that they were. The checks are gonna get garnished, or they're gonna get a court order. Trust me on that one. This is federal police. DC is not a state. It's the District of Columbia, and you look up why that matters in this case. Okay, it's also the reason why the mayor could put in big letters, back Black Lives Matter down the middle of the street, and there's nothing the president could do about it. You can also look that up too. Why the capital of the United States is so special. You should go visit. That's another video. And get the tour of the Hidden Figures. It's literally called Hidden Figures. Is the name of the tour, because there's the great detail and great calculation went into setting up the precise 10 square mile area we know as District of Columbia. That's another whole study. That's a college course. That could be a whole semester course. Could be a whole year worth of study on just what the District of Columbia, what it is. I'm serious, but you can do that research now yourself, and then you'll be like, oh my God, now I know what he's talking about. All right. There's a fountain in the park. There's the Meridian Park. That's not what it's called, but exactly in the meridian of the whole entire DC, the exact center, there's a park. And in the park, there is a waterfall, and on that waterfall, the National Park Service still plants papyrus plants. They perpetually are instructed to plant and maintain water lilies and papyrus plants in this cascading fountain that cascades down to pyramids. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It's called Hidden Figures. It's a tour in DC. It's probably, I don't know if it goes year round. I don't know if it's going out for COVID. This went much longer than I intended it to. But I'm glad it did, because I got some stuff out that you need to know. The balance is being brought. The balance is going. We've been in the realm For 200 years, we've been hurtling on our mothership through the realm, through the cosmos, where the dominant force and energy of that cosmos is earthly, is earth, wind, and earth, things of the elements of the earth, elementals of and energies of earthness. And look at the constellations to see what I mean. We're going to be in the air elements for the next 200 years. And you really should take a look at what that means. I know some people are asking me personally. Some people are inboxing me and asking me personally, because they know me, they text me and say, could you explain to me exactly? I'm hearing other people talk about this. If you want an explanation for it, just comment on this video and I'll do one. And please subscribe, because I don't know if you know this, but you need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized by YouTube. I think I've got 7. So I think I'm going to focus on that. This year as well. I mean, I don't think I am. I am thinking about how I'm going to focus on monetizing this channel or some other or another one. So I'm working on that because I really need a channel for my school, and I really need a channel for my vlogs, and I need another channel for something else. A surprise I'm planning for everybody. Okay, so again, have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe, maintain your social distancing. Oh, I can't show you, but I finally got a case that fits my iPhone 12 Pro Max, 128 gigabyte phone. This is my 11 phone. This is not the phone I replaced. This is the phone I replaced. Okay, because they're like giving these away, the 11s, because the 12s they got a warehouse full of 12s and more on the way. So I got a really great deal. In fact, I got a family plan and I don't have a family, so I could hook friends up. I have a business phone, I have a personal phone, and one of my closest friends, I got a free phone. I said, here. I gave him a code red phone. How about that one? Brand new. iPhone 11. So, spend the next 3 years self-improving you. And remember, it's like, be like water. Bruce Lee always said, be like water. Water can be solid and liquid and ether. It can be gas. Isn't it amazing? Water is one of the elements that can take all 3 forms. So you think the Pisces in your life have superpowers? You're right. They do. Because they are, the Pisces, the fish, and that's their element. Water is their element. So they can make that water a weapon. They can make it, you can make it be agony or ecstasy for you. A Pisces. Because they live in the element of water. Right? Fish. Think about the characteristic of a fish. Taurus is something else, where we kind of can, we're the BS meter. If you want to know the main characteristics of Taurus, we see through the BS, and we see the supernatural. We sense that we have a sixth sense for that's which goes beyond the other senses, and because I'm nearsighted, it's even more heightened. I found out as I've grown up. That BS meter in me, I know when people are BSing me. I will sometimes ignore that meter, but I know when they're trying to sell me a bridge, or sell me the island of Manhattan. I know. I'll explain how that works later. There's a way you can do that yourself, even if you don't have the superpower. But just remember, everybody, please remember this. You are a superstar, and you're made of stardust, and you're on a starship. You're in the mothership, hurtling through space at in excess of 120,000 kilometers an hour towards the great beyond. Okay, and all of this is at the benefit of a superstar. He, them, they, those. We're not in binary now, people. So The great I am, the superstar that made all this. Okay? But for the grace of the superstar that created all this, we go. So on a daily basis, when you go to bed, say, thank God I got through the day. Everybody should be saying thank you all day long. Live in thanks. Live in thanks and gratefulness for what you already have, and speak of that which you don't have as if you already have it. I'm going to say that again. Speak of what you don't have as if you already have it. You don't want to say, oh, when am I going to... You want to say, God, I'm saying right now, God, thank you for my beautiful new home. It's even more beautiful than my last home. Thank you for my beautiful new car. It's even more special than my current car. And my current car is pretty special. My Alfa Romeo is very special, in fact. But I can thank God because he's already sent me my car's going to a museum, and he's already sent me the replacement. The superstar to create all this. Because why? Because I'm going around here and I'm spreading love. That's the energy. Love is in need of love today. Stevie told us that. Earth, Wind, and Fire said, the flame of love is about to die. So many fan the fire. That is also correct. They wrote that song in 1975. What they said 45 years ago is still true today. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Is a song by Fifth Dimension. Is the name of the song. Ironically, the name of the group is Fifth Dimension. That's so trippy. I don't even want to get into that. And when I'm discussing music, I'll talk about the meaning behind lyrics and titles, like the whole thing behind the song Hallelujah. The guy, Cohen was studying with a priest. He was a Buddhist priest at the time he wrote that song Hallelujah. That's another whole story. That's a very interesting story. And there's a reason for the minor fifth and the fourth. The vibrations he uses in that song, they're either gonna make you vibrate with joy or vibrate with they make you cry or laugh at the same time, which is what joy is. It's crying and laughing at the same time as joy. You don't believe me? Check it out. Check it out for yourself. Check it out for yourself. When people are joyous, they're watching church next time you go to church. Well, when you can go, or when you're watching on television, watch it. The people, joy is experienced laughing, being happy and sad at the same time. Okay, I'll leave that one right there. Warm blessings, peace. Please be gentle with each other. In all that you do it in love, in a spirit of love. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. Okay? Let all that you do be done in love. Okay? And right now, spread the love as far as you can. And the most powerful love you can spread is to the person, or a gift you can give is that where the person doesn't even know that you gave it to them. Don't make it conditional. Okay? Love is not a weapon. It's supposed to come into you. The energy flows into you and out through you. Check out all the stuff where they talk about the chakra and everything. It comes in to you and flows through you and then out. All of it. That's sexuality, the sexual love, the spiritual love, and the mental love. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages. I'll talk about it another time. And I'll talk about another book as well, because why King Solomon was bored. And why was King Solomon bored? The guy, the wealthiest man in the world, 700 wives, owned everything as far as you could see. Why did he say it's like life is boring? Okay, and a life is a game of solitaire. Because and King Solomon found out, like all the pharaohs did, you come into the world alone, and whatever you acquire in this world, you can't take it with you. They tried. Somebody's gonna dig it up. You don't see any Brinks trucks these billionaires, when Jeff Bezos dies, you're not going to see a Brinks truck pulling up to his mausoleum or whatever, or his spaceship when he's going to shoot him into space, and maybe he'll do the pod thing like they did Spock. They're not going to be stuffing cash in that pod when they jettison him into space from his house out. He's going to be one of those people that owns a planet. Trust me. Bezos or a relative or one of his grandsons or daughters or great-great-grands or something like that is going to own a planet. Trust me on that one. Okay? Musk too. Elon Musk. Well, he has starships, and so does the Braniff guy. There's 3 people with starships: Bezos, the Braniff, the Braniff guy, and Elon. There's 3. NASA doesn't even have a starship. Is that crazy? NASA's waiting for one of them to make, like, who's got the best starship? We'll buy that one. It's crazy what's going on right now. I'll get into space. I guarantee I'm gonna get a ride. It might be just near Earth. I don't know if I'm gonna get to go to Mars. I don't know. I would like to go to Mars. I would like to go to the moon. I love to travel. That's the one thing I have to say right now I'm upset about is I can't travel. But anyway, I packed a lot into this. I hope something in what I said vibrates within you, even if it's only that giving your time, your energy, unconditionally to others, whether it be your wife or your kids or your neighbor, or complete strangers, prolongs your life, promotes your health, and you get a good night's sleep. And you can quote me on that. You'll fall asleep and you'll be like, boop, because you won't be worried about a thing. You will sleep like a baby, okay? Because you'll have such an aura of protection around you and positive energy that you'll just say, there's nights I feel like I'm floating over my bed. Gravity's not even holding me on the bed. And I'll explain that too. Because the mind can take you places you never dreamed of if you allow it. And that being said, that was about a dozen things I wanted to say wrapped up in one, but it's been a while and it's been a busy day. I've had a lot on my mind. Most of it I've written down. These are kind of selfish because really these are for me, but I felt like if I could put this out there and if it benefits somebody and I'm getting the feedback that, wow, you just said such a thing, and I'm just glad to hear somebody's out there talking some sense, and although I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm blabbering on and on and on. Hey, let's face it, teachers, educators, philosophers like to hear themselves talk. They get paid to talk. So forgive me for doing what I'm paid to do. I get paid to run my mouth. That's the bottom line. I get paid to run my mouth. That's what teaching is. What can I tell you? Get paid to profess. And you have to like to do it. I like hearing myself talk. I think I make perfect sense. Why wouldn't I? All 3 people I know agree. Me, myself, and I. That's another story. That's not egotistical, by the way. That's realistic. That's not egotistic. That's realistic. Your 3 parts. Your mind, body, and spirit. Okay, gotta go. Yeah, because I want to get in something more comfortable. I might go swimming, stuff like that. It's time for me. Yeah, it's time for me to go swimming. Oh heck yeah! I got 3 hours to go swimming. See ya. Bye. I'm going swimming. Bye.